go into that league, then only you will be able to get that opportunity. Or else I never studied. Luckily,
Right.
our college also never pushed for those things. So if you have to, I was a 5.5 pointer, I think, and got around 8 F grades in college. So if somebody buys me as an engineer, then they will be dumping me in 2 or 3 days.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing all right. Today with me is Sahil Shah. He's the founder of NetSavies and Hungrito. So let's talk about Sahil Shah a little bit. Sahil has done his graduation from the IICT and was also an intern at IIM Ahmedabad and now runs multiple companies, including NetSavies and Hungrito. And a little bit about his companies. So NetSavies is a company that caters to digital services for campaigns, events, and even people, politicians. At the same time, they also work into the business of digital marketing, SEO, web development. NetService has built a platform that enables people to reach to online people without a sense of urgency in themselves. At the same time, Hungry Eato is a food discovery platform that serves great suggestion for food in Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar at the moment. So Sahil has worked with big events like Vibrant Gujarat, IEEE Census, National Women's Parliament, and has had clients like the Gujarat government, Andhra Pradesh government, IIM Ahmedabad, all events, CEP University, and a lot more. So today we are going to try to demystify what is his work ethic and what are his models and figure out how we can build strong mind capabilities such as his. So I welcome you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me here, Sparsh. And so I'm very delighted to be here, first of all, and a very good initiative on your front that you are doing this. Let's begin.
Yeah, sure. Yes. So let's start from the beginning. I want to talk about the college days, the time where you started. So you graduated around 2014 from DIICT, one of the top institutes
True.
of Gujarat and in India. So,
Yeah.
like, what were those days like? Or like, how did you like? What was your mental state at that moment?
So, college was DICT and it was a national college at that time. And I was coming from a very humble, I think I studied in government college. So, उतना ज़्यादा exposure नहीं होता है. So, that time in college, I was not studying a lot. I was mainly into theaters and I think photography a lot. And that really shaped the way we as a company were working due to photography because we are currently a media company. So, I myself know how to do photo shoots and those kind of things and what are the output which is required. At the same time, when we see theater pushed me a lot. So due to that, because of theaters, I think I was leading a team of around 220 at that time in theaters, and it was without any motivation, no money, and nothing. And then also people were working and doing things and those kind of things. So that gave the whole architecture for how to lead a team, which where you can lead them without money also at the end of the day. So we used to do plays which had around 28, 30 people, and then everybody is having just one line, but then the motivation should be there. And those kind of things, I think that gave a very good learning for me. And then in future, that was the core on which the whole net service is on. So the most of the team members are not there just because they want to get more money. They are there because they want to create an impact and do things. And that has been always the core. If you take Hungry to also and NetSize also. So those were the things. And we used to have summers. Luckily, I was in a national college. So in if you take for local universities, they don't have summers. They have 4 months of 5 months of curriculum and 5 months of curriculum and nothing. So we had a 4-month curriculum, and also we had around 2.5 months of break in summers and 1 month, 1.5 month break in December time. So we used to utilize that time a lot. And in summers, as I was not good at studies, I used to get a lot of F grades, and I used to repeat my courses in summers. And during that time, we used to work on our side projects, and we tried to build a CRM. But design और वो सब अच्छा था, so we built it at a level of Oracle. But then we did not know how to code at that time, so we dropped that idea. Then we worked on another. We tried to make another media company. We were trying to make Just Dial for just weddings and those kind of things. And then we moved on to one thing to another, and then in the whole process we learned a lot. So how to build teams and those kind of things were also there in that way. So in the same way, I think in the last year, which was my BTech project, I took up Bookers as a project, and at that time we were creating Zomato for street food. And because we did that project, I was selected in CII, which is incubator of IIM Ahmedabad, and was part of 31 entrepreneurs in the bootcamp as well. So then the whole journey of Hungrito started. Hungrito was known as Bookers earlier, and then we pivoted, we went on ground and did things and those kind of things. So that is the whole story around college.
So like what aspect, like you just said you weren't good at school. So like my next question is like what uh, how much did education help you with the whole building up of your career?
I think education completely shaped the way I wanted to do things. Okay, so being I was not very good at studies in the first place. I was a very average guy, but I was very good in maths and science. So I used to be a school topper in mathematics by a distant. Okay, so अगर मेरा 43 आया तो that is school highest, and then next is 37 kind of thing. So I was very good at maths, and that is why I selected science and then did PCM and those kind of things. And luckily, I got into number one college of Gujarat, which is DICT. But after going there, when I saw everybody is number one, so most of the people coming there were number one from different schools, and they were somebody's houseboy and somebody's dad and and everybody had explored a lot of things. So then I started discovering other parts of life. So on working on personality, working on other co-curricular activities and those kind of things. So always education has always pushed me, because luckily I studied nicely till 12th. So I was in a DICT, and because of that opportunity, because I was in DICT, I was able to get into IIM Ahmedabad, because they had invited entrepreneurs only from top league of colleges. So those kind of efforts and those kind of things only happen because you are in that league. I was able to get in touch with a lot of individuals. So just now my batchmates are working in Google, Oracle, Apple, and a lot of other companies. So that is the network that you get because you are at a good position. So somebody who is studying from IIM Ahmedabad, the network is very important. Once you reach there, then the next, it is always a compound interest which happens. So currently, if I want to get something in Google or I want some things there, I have 5 or 6 friends who are working there or batchmates who are working there. And then the same thing happens with my old. I have seen 7 years of college life. So 3 batches above me, 3 batches below me. And though I was very good in extracurricular, so you become famous in that way. If you study a lot, there are a lot, not a lot of chances getting famous, but you appear in extracurricular because people like that. So if suppose you take lockdown time also, so in lockdown people go to movies or go to artists for entertainment. Okay, so that is what used to happen at that time. So we were in that league, and that is why it helped a lot. So currently also we are with ClientJoy now, and then the company which is there is one of my seniors who is working. So she is the co-founder here. So that is the
Okay.
case. So education is very much required. That is just because if you go into that league, then only you will be able to get that opportunity. Or else I never studied. Luckily,
Right.
our college also never pushed for those things. So if you have to, I was a 5.5 pointer, I think, and got around 8 F grades in college. So if somebody buys me as an engineer, then they will be dumping me in 2 or 3 days. But then also I can code better than an average engineer. That is for sure. I know WordPress, I know PHP, and I know a lot of other things. Just
Right.
because I had to do it myself when I made my company. But then that is the thing that you learn. Learning is always there. It is not just that if you are inside your college only, then you are learning. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, the first thing that you will have to do is you will have to start read around. So every day I read ET and those kind of papers also. We do every day I read a lot of blogs, because the learning part is something that you need to have it continuously, or else you won't survive in the game.
True, true, very true. So let's talk about a little bit about this internship that you did at IIMA, the incubation hub.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like, what kind of work did you undertake? And when you talk about Booker, what kind of work did you undertake? And like, what was the learning from all that aspects?
So basically, in IIM Ahmedabad, we were in a boot camp. So what we did there was majorly we were taken. So suppose we had a product of Bookers. Okay. So while the product was there, they dissected the whole product. So what are the things? So basically, as an engineer, what is the first thing that you do is build a website. You never go to a customer. Because you are an engineer, you will build a website and then see if somebody is coming on it or not. Okay, and most of the things that as an engineer we do is the same, that we build the product rather than going to the customer. So there we went through the whole process of design thinking, lean startup, and then business model canvas and those kind of things. In the whole 2 month bootcamp, we were taught those things, we implemented those. So suppose we were doing it for hookers, and which was a street food. We were making it Zomato for street food. So what we did is we went to the vendors, we asked what are the problems that they are facing and what are the issues. So the main issue was permissions was the main issue. So we went to Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, asked what are the processes there. If as a company we can help them in future for those things, and then regularize or legalize those things. That was the issue. Then other than the issue which you see next issue is which comes up is how to discover new things. Okay, so that was one. So if you go to Jai Bhavani, which is a very big now food chain in Ahmedabad, it is a QSR food chain. Okay, so in the menu card, they have a thing called, I think, CTC. Okay, and CTC gets the same priority as Vada Pav. Okay, but when you see those things, the and the priority at which they are, the menu priority is same. But then people are not able to discover. So somebody goes there, and then if he's lucky enough, or if somebody tells him that CTC is something that you should eat, then only they discover it, or else they don't discover that product. Because on the menu there are 70 items. It is the lucky draw thing that if we
Right,
will
right,
get to that good dish of that place or not. So those are the things that we went there. So we used to sit at Javani for 4-5 hours and see what are the people ordering, and then note down, take surveys there, and those kind of things. Those were the on ground things which we did, and that shaped the product a lot. So that is why we shifted from making a Zomato for street food to a food discovery platform, where we talk about food dishes and not about joints, food joints. So it was one level below what is currently there.
right. So, like the development of a startup, when you
Yeah,
like you are in that phase. So those those times you see, those are the like initial phases when you are in IIM Ahmedabad, and there like when you come to an institute that is the most prestigious management institute in India, and like coming from a science background, you you are a complete noob at advertising, at least when you come to the technical aspects of it, even if you have
yeah,
like grown up in that sort of digital. So
yeah.
like how is that experience like? Were you buffered well?
No, I think we were lucky enough to be in a cohort of around 31 entrepreneurs, most of which came from technical background. So I think that was a good sign at that point, because most of them were from tech background, and then they had this cohort just because they wanted to help people from tech background get into business without doing an MBA, or getting the nuances of running a business, or how are the startups run, and what are the things, how is funding happening, and what are the processes in which you have to make the whole Excel sheets and those kind of things for projections and other things. So we were lucky enough to be at that time at that junction in that bootcamp. So because of that, that is why incubators and accelerators are there in the first place. Because a lot of tech individuals or a lot of people from suppose somebody from SEPT or somebody from NID wants to do something, and then they will have to go through that churn, because not everybody is from business background. So they won't know the profit loss. Till now, a lot of people I know, a lot of entrepreneurs also don't know how to read balance sheets, because
Right,
that is something which is not taught in our schools and not taught well in the colleges also. A lot of them don't know what is ATC, and when taxations and other things come, they don't know how to cut TDS and those kind of things. But those are basic things. When you grow, you will have to learn at some point, and
right,
that is a lot of problems occur. And the Indian system of business is very difficult in that way. जितना भी ease of doing business में ranking ऊपर हो जाए, लेकिन TDS और GST और वो सब चीजें मार के रखती है तुम्हारे ऊपर. You will have to go through a lot of compliances. Once you understand those things, then only you will be able to scale, because then the profitability decreases a lot at that point,
right,
because of
right,
all the taxes and everything coming in. So those are the things I think we were lucky, I think, during that time, because startup utna zyada upar nahi tha. Everybody was not talking about startups in 2014. I think by mid 2016 everybody knew, because Flipkart and Amazon and everybody was in the race of raising more money. Snapdeal was there and
right,
other people were there. So I think by 2014 the word was not there, but everybody knew that this is the whole thing. So ecosystem is very developed now. You get a lot of material, reading material around and those kind of things. At that time it was not possible. There are a lot of services company also who do a lot of handholding in this process. तब तो
Right.
हमने भी एक lawyer hire किया था company register करने के लिए and those kind of things. Now you can do it
Right.
online and in 15 days your company is registered and those kind of things.
Right.
Things will change for better, that is for sure.
Yes. I remember that word entrepreneur became cool when the TVF series features came in
Yeah.
2016. So
So
yeah, so
that is a tipping point, I think, which is there for everything which is around us. So that was, I think, 2016 was a tipping point for the startup ecosystem. Most of the people knew about it, but then due to some few things, it became cool. So when we were
right.
in college, we never used to call ourselves we are creating a startup. हम लोग business बनाने का try कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, वो word
Right,
use
right,
होता
right,
था.
right.
And then in 2013 2012 summers when we were working on our products, हम कभी वैसा नहीं कहते थे सर हम लोग स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं, हम लोग बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. अब तो मेरी मम्मी भी कहती है कि वो लोग स्टार्टअप चालू कर रहे हैं वैसा. सो अब उनकी जनरेशन में भी पता है कि वो अगर कोई बिजनेस चालू कर रहे हैं उसको स्टार्टअप कहते हैं when things are not there and those kind of things.